Hey, welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. We got a new show here. This is Trucking Business Freedom, starring, well, I guess it's me and Mark at Trucking Answers. So here we are. We're on a Zoom interview and we're live. This is happening now. So welcome to
Yep,
the
here we
show,
are.
Mark.
It's exciting. Let's do it.
I know. So, Mark, you and I have talked before several times. I've had you on the show. We've also talked on the phone. We've done a couple Zoom interviews. And basically, I mean, I'm in car hauling and you're in
Truck hauling.
truck hauling.
We
Right.
haul everything but cars.
So for my audience of auto transport, will you explain what it is that you do and what you work within?
Well, I'm a driver, right? I drive the trucks. And on here I do regulations and stuff like that. But I'm a driver just like everybody basically watching
All right, and
for
you
30 years.
you drive a 53-foot dry van, right?
Yes,
All right, and you've got a set route. You work for a company, whereas,
pretty much.
right, you have your authority, but do you have to pay? Does your company pay for things like insurance?
I don't have an
And
authority.
you
I'm a
don't have your
company
own
driver.
authority. Okay,
No,
so
I drive their truck. They handle everything.
and that which would be considered, is that a lease on
No, that's a company
a
driver.
company driver? Okay, so I mean, obviously those same setups exist in auto transport, but most of the guys I talk to are owner operators. They have their own authority. They own their truck. They pay for their own insurance. Oh, good. I've got a cigar ad popping up. Hey, do you smoke cigars?
Yes, I will now. The cigar ad.
Good, well placed ad, JR Cigar. Actually, I like JR Cigar, and I need to get them to sponsor a show. That'd be cool. So let's do this. We got a couple folks in the live chat. I know we're taking people by surprise. I put a notice on Facebook. I know you did as well. And this is our first time collaborating. Our goal is to do this like once a month because you go live every Monday. Is that right, Mark?
Every Monday at 1 Eastern, be there.
Right, at
It's
1
exciting.
Eastern, because you are, and you're Eastern time, right?
I'm Eastern, right?
Okay,
We
and
can go. But I could go live at noon Central if you'd rather.
oh, there you go. See
Yeah.
it, right? And okay, so I'm in Kansas City. You're in Indiana,
Yes.
and we are going to. You know what's cool? What kind of started this is that you were talking about Matt's 2019.
Yeah, the Mid America Truck Show. It's coming up sooner than you think.
Exactly, and that's why I mean, I'm going to be talking about it every week. I actually had a phone call yesterday where I was talking to a guy. He needs to talk to his boss about seeing if we can put together a booth and a sponsorship situation. So basically, right now, I mean, that's where I'm actively working on is figuring out my booth and sponsorship situation. By the way, I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can focus my camera here. Sometimes I do that. I think my camera's out of focus, but you know what? Who cares? Why not?
Looks fine here.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, you know me. Listen, that's the thing. I talk about Hollywood and filmmaking. I'm thinking about the background and the lighting. It's crazy. I can't stop.
It's amazing. I'm thinking, man, I wonder if my Go phone's going to do this good or not.
I can't watch a football game without I'm thinking like, all right, wide shot, close up, dolly shot. Okay, we got the blimp shot. Okay, cue the commercial. Let's go to the cheerleaders and out. You know, that's the way.
They have medicine for that now.
Right. I think I need help. All right, so we got Mary says hello. Danny
Yeah,
says
yes.
hello. Yeah, exactly. I know that was you. Danny says hello. All right, Mike, Jay, and Mark, how are you? Jay, I'll be in touch next week to catch up with you. All right, cool. Excellent, Mike. Look forward to hearing from you. And you know what's cool is as we get folks in the live chat, and you know what's funny? You know right now we've got a wait and see. When you do a first anything, it's a wait and see. Is this
Yeah.
good? Right? Is this going to be any good? Are they
Oh
good?
my gosh! My first show. I was just happy to have one person. I thought, man, if one person comes in, I'll just be happy.
Oh yeah, exactly. So, and I was the same way, man. In my first show, I had a square on my face because the camera was focusing, and I don't know why it created a square, but my first live show, I've got a square in my face the whole show. So Sergeant Schill says hello, and that's not a it's not a criticism. Listen, everything is a wait and see, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you just never know. You got to put it out there and see who shows up.
Yeah, man, could be terrible. But the reason why I told you we needed to go live together is I know that we can make a show together that in one way or another will work. Because we both have working shows. And in the future, maybe we can bring more shows into the fold. But this is really how, I mean, I envision a channel, like a real channel.
Yeah, maybe one from each time zone.
Yeah, right. I mean, and it, right.
It'll be super confusing.
We could be live in every time zone, and I'm already in touch with. I'm in touch with some European guys. I would imagine that within time, probably Africa and Australia could be brought into the fold. I know they have car hauling there, car hauling and trucking, right?
Yeah, I'm in touch with a prince from Africa. Who he's going to send me like a bunch of money. All he needs is my bank account.
Oh so yeah, that guy.
He emailed me a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so that's going to be great.
And you know what? He's so polite.
He's very nice. I immediately sent him my banking information. I'm just waiting for the money to go in there.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I hope I get paid before you do.
Oh, you in touch with the guy too? He's got a lot of money.
Hey, with that kind of tone and $50 million at stake, why not?
Yeah, it seems totally legit.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. So
because he said I'm an honest person. He goes, "You're an honest person." So that's why he wants me to do it. So that's pretty good.
He has you pegged.
That's nice of him.
So maybe in the I wonder. Actually, I actually met somebody who fell for that scam, and they were suing to get their money back.
Oh, that'll be pretty useful.
I know. Oh my gosh. That should be a whole separate email. Hey, I'm suing the guy in Africa for my money. Can you lend me $10 million?
To go there and get it, yes.
Barrister. Hey, Sergeant Schill says that prince offered him the same deal. That is hilarious.
He only had to send $4,000 on his so that the money would clear. That's pretty good, he said.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we need to fulfill on our promise that we're actually going to talk about trucking. Now, hopefully this isn't hard for us to do, right?
Right, we need memes also, so send those.
And I feel like I'm in the industry news segment, so you know me. I mean, I love good.
I'm waiting for the memes.
Right, lots of memes. It's memes that warm my heart. I'm always ready for another great meme.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Well, I don't have any, and that's the thing is, I don't have anything planned for today. In fact, I don't expect to. Oh, Sergeant Schill calls it an investment. I don't plan to.
It's great.
I don't plan to have anything like set up or planned other than I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen now. What I do want to do with this show is I want to not only promote our stuff, but promote other people's stuff, and I do want to talk about news articles. It's interesting, even when we were, kids, whether it's high school, middle school, I think they do this in elementary school and civics classes, is that you might look at a news article. So let's do this. Let's just jump right in. Let's go to, and let's start with trucking show. And you guys can see the screen. And there's Google with, I don't know, what's today? Is that Puerto Rico?
I don't know. I didn't click on it today when I was Googling things.
I rarely actually do. Here's some Google feedback. I don't click on the pictures.
They're not going to like that. They take a lot of time in that.
I know. That's what I thought. They put a lot of time in it. I don't click on them.
Man.
I mean, almost none. So
wasting their time.
Yeah. So they'll be like, oh, well, he is deleted. Okay. So
you're going to have to Bing things. Right. Or duck, go.
Oh, man. So anyways, coming to you live from Bing. So here is, you go to truckingshow.com and you can learn about MATS 2019. I'm covering the date here. Let me move my, we're going to be there. So you said you're going to be there March 29, March 30, right?
Yeah, I'll be there Friday and Saturday walking around live the whole time. Absolutely. Come and see me.
Now, but you're not planning on doing a booth or anything like that?
I'm not putting a booth up. If someone would like me at their booth, they're welcome to let me know.
I'll tell you what, I feel like somebody, let me get I got our names on the screen here. Hang on one second.
I know a few places that probably won't have me there, but. that's another story.
I feel like I think somebody will want you in their booth. I mean, obviously, yeah, there'll be a couple companies that don't want you in the booth, but I think somebody will want you in their booth. That's really what I think, and I'm thinking the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive up the 27th, which is Wednesday. I'm going to be there 28th, 29th, 30th. Me and Kimberly will be there, and I'm going to be. My goal is to be in at least one booth. That's my goal.
I'm going to get in a booth too, but if they come back, I'll probably have to leave. So
right, exactly. Right.
And they come back to their booth after they get their coffee.
Exactly. Well, then we've seen that. I've seen abandoned booths at Matt's. By that second day, it starts to thin out. Right.
Oh, good. Then that's our booth.
Exactly. Boom. So, all right. So that's Matt's 2019. So we're going to check that out.
I think drivers can get tickets starting in December. It's free if you get them in advance, but you have to pay at the door. So be sure to get your tickets in advance. $10 at the door.
Okay, so and the best way to do that, do you just sign in? It's free, right? To register?
Yeah, I think starting in December, they can go to the website and order tickets. They'll send them to your house. They're free. But if you just show up, they charge $10 to get in. So if you're going to go, be sure to get it in advance.
And if people don't know, this is, I don't know how big this is. Is it
it's
the
biggest one in the country?
It's amazing. It's huge.
40,000 drivers at least.
Yeah. It is. It literally is the must-attend trucking event. I had no idea how big it was when I went. It's unreal.
It says right there it's the must-attend event, so they can't put that on the internet if it isn't true.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it'll be taken down.
Yeah, it'll definitely be reported, right?
Al Gore takes it down,
yeah.
personally.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Inventor.
Nobody talks about Al Gore, dude.
I love Al Gore. I bring him up nearly every day.
Do you?
No.
All right, let's talk about some news. This is Trucking Business Freedom. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. A trucking firm installs cameras to promote driver safety, and the drivers like it? I agree. That's preposterous.
It's totally preposterous.
Do you have a like security and monitoring in the truck when you drive?
We're testing the cameras in some of our trucks, but I don't have one. I've driven trucks with them. We have the camera that faces out and in, and that's a lot of companies now.
And I'll tell you this too. I also know that we don't have to talk about the company you work for. We're going to keep that outside of the show. We're going to talk about the industry. But if I ask you a question about your personal experience, I'm hoping that you'll answer in a general sense about the industry. Fair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Right, because I'm not going to give away my address or anything like that either. So
no, I have that posted on my site.
Perfect. Next to Al Gore's face.
Yes.
By the way, there is a driver shortage. Is this true?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I
mean, you go to the store and you get stuff.
I talk to guys every day that want to get in to the business. What's interesting is, here's a second sentence. Driver pay is increasingly rapid after years of stagnation. Isn't it, if driver pay was reasonable, then there wouldn't be a shortage, right?
Well, that and the way some drivers are treated at companies, pay is never the number one reason drivers leave when they survey drivers. It's like the third or fourth reason people leave a company.
What's the number one reason people leave a company?
The way they're treated.
Right.
They're talked to like they're 4 years old, or they have other kind of micromanaging problems, that kind of thing. They won't let you do your job. And so you just can't stand it anymore. It's so frustrating.
Did you hear, let's see if there we go. I get rid of that too. Did you hear, let's see, there was a guy, I posted a video, speaking of, being treated unfairly, there's a really interesting video, and I wondered what ended up happening with the company on this one. I wonder if I can find it, where a driver talks about the company, the guy was tired, he called in, and dispatch told him to get out of the truck, walk around.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy, Run Hard, Get Paid with K&B.
Yes, thank you.
That video's got tons of views.
Isn't that like, kind of a worse nightmare? There we go. Ugly truth of trucking.
No, it's pretty common.
Well, meaning it's the worst nightmare for the dispatch service to be broadcasted like that, right? It's
Yeah,
almost
but they don't seem to care. That video was years ago, and there are people that have recorded that place since then. As recently as videos a month ago, they're still doing the same thing.
I found it. Let's do a little listen in here.
Jumping jacks in that cold air. That'll put the breath right back into you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I drank a big Red Bull about an hour ago.
Let's get out and get some fresh air. What is it, about 10 degrees outside?
Yeah.
That'll wake you right up, right?
Well, I mean, I was like starting a micro sleep going down the road.
Yeah, so let's get out and get some fresh air.
I mean,
okay.
And
that way we can get around the corner and get to Oak Creek. All right. I mean, did you talk to Mr. Peterson today about getting plenty of sleep during the day, or what happened there, Brian?
Well, I got a good 10-hour break in last night, and then I was dispatched on this load where I was told to just drop my empty off 20 miles away from where I was, and then get another 10-hour break, which
that happens in this business,
Yeah, once in a while, but I mean, it's.
Well, in this business, that happens some days. That happens. Some days quite a bit.
Right. I mean, this is the first time where I've really had an issue with it.
Yep. I can get you all fired up. If you want me to make you angry, I can get you woke up that way. I'm pretty good at that, but I hate to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I mean,
I can start screaming at you, and you can start screaming at me. If that's what it takes to get you awake, that's what we'll do.
If it was like
run around the truck, do a couple jumping jacks, get some fresh air, because I'm gonna.
Okay, there we go. It is amazing. So, could you hear the audio while I was playing that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. Did you? I had flashbacks to high school jobs, where I'm maybe I'm working in the drive-through or something. And I'll tell you what, I remember I had this job where I was working at this chicken place. And I was doing a pretty good job. That's fine. I got multiple to-go chicken things, and I'm doing the chicken and the green beans. And this manager comes up and grabs the tongs out of my hands and starts doing it. And I think of that. I think of that. Whoever's on the phone with this guy, I think of that guy. Well, I realize you're tired and that you got to feed your family. But, I'm here in a cozy office with my coffee cup, and I got a YouTube channel, and you're just sitting in the truck, and, I know it's the middle of the night, but I just did 200 push-ups, and get back in the truck. He's not even listening. I feel like I'm talking to brokers trying to explain why the driver needs more money.
Yeah, they don't really care, at the company. They just have you drive. When they need the load moved, they don't care about you. They'll just replace you with somebody else. Some places.
I think of Chet. Is it Chet from Weird Science? And also he's in that role in the science fiction movie. Anyways, I think of this amped up, not listening knucklehead.
Right. That's how it is. I mean, that's the truth, the ugly truth of trucking, you could say, I guess.
And I also understand, listen, I understand logistics, the need to be on time, that customers you have to have. I mean, we don't even know what he's hauling. Maybe he's hauling baby shrimp and they're going to spoil in 2 hours or whatever it is. I realize logistics are really important. But, and I also, in this video, what's interesting, he makes arrangements for him to meet another driver, and the driver can take over. But what he doesn't understand is that if you were to go back and you watch this video, he did try to raise to his dispatcher, before he ever picked up this load, the problem that he foresaw about his hours. And it's just not penetrating the metal plate.
Well, they don't care. They're just well, so what? You have your break, so go to work.
Right. That's pretty much what the guy says. Well,
yeah.
And it's, I think if you were just a person watching this, and if you can get past what you think and what you expect, and the Taco Bell drive-thru you're sitting in, the thing is, this guy was asked to take a 10-hour break, and then take another 10-hour break, and then go drive. I think that's something. Yeah, I'm misquoting already. Oh, this is terrible. But what he was asked to do is not something that'll work with your normal sleep cycle.
Well, that's correct. That's exactly how the industry works. Exactly. Once you have your break, you can drive according to the law and your company.
So let's talk about hours of service, because to me this is what it goes back into. We got the FMCSA. There's those public listening sessions. What do you think of all this FMCSA public listening session stuff?
They're out listening to everybody. I mean, the comment period just closed the other day, and they had thousands of comments, which is not nearly enough, but they had more than I thought they would, on the changes that they're probably going to make on the hours of service whenever they come out with the new rule about it.
And that's a good thing. If they're listening and they're willing to make a change, that is a good thing, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We'll see what kind of change it is, but some of the things that drivers want may not be the greatest changes that they could make.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is that don't we all kind of feel, and this is why I don't even do politics on the show, don't we all feel like politicians don't really actually do what helps us anyways?
Well, of course, because the people giving the government money would be like the large companies like the ATA. They give thousands and thousands of dollars, so they're going to be listened to more than everybody else.
So even if they listen and even if they make a change, is it still going to be helpful to the driver?
Well, some of it that they're talking about will be. They're talking about getting rid of the 30-minute break that you have to take, and they want to eliminate that, and that will be helpful.
Okay.
But some drivers want you to have 3 extra hours. They are talking about that you can go off duty, which would then stop your clock. But if you take a 3-hour off duty, then your day is 17 hours, and there's no pay for that time. So I'm not in for extending my day without any money.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing is, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. You're able to dive in, since you drive a truck. I don't drive a truck. I sit at a desk and order Taco Bell from Uber, right? And get
sure
Uber.
You have the food brought to you, absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't do that. I don't. If I would, if I had money. But what I'm talking about though, so you're in the truck and you feel the pain or know the pain that even if some of these things are corrected, you're still not properly being compensated. Is that the problem?
Well, drivers want this extra time. Drivers should work to get paid more, not to work more without being paid. I don't find it to be a great idea at all.
And that's where we get back into this notion that there's driver shortage, but it's really not driver shortage that is the problem. It's driver pay.
There's tons of drivers. I mean, the shelves are not empty, and these companies couldn't have a 200% turnover if there weren't any drivers. When you have 1,000 trucks and you hire 2,000 drivers a year for them, there's no shortage. You got plenty of people coming in.
So how would you explain to someone that reads this news, and there's people out there thinking, yeah, they're in the bank line. Oh yeah, we got a driver shortage, and all the drivers are complaining about the hours of service. Well, how would you explain it to them?
Well, most people outside the industry don't care, certainly. The only way they would care is if there's stuff missing in the store.
Okay, good. So there we are. People are in line at checkout. The lines are already long. I know there's a Walmart near me where they got 10 checkout lines, but actually only 3 people work. And those lines are long as heck. I won't even go there. Forget that. Now, when they cut back on 2 checkers, they got 1 checker, there's nothing on the shelves, and the line wraps around the building. Now it gives people time to think, God, these lines got even worse, and there's less on the shelves. Let's talk about the drivers.
Yeah, that's the only way it would affect everybody else. As long as they can get all their stuff, there's no shortage to in reality or for people, in the store.
Well, let's go with the store that never has that kind of problem, like Starbucks. Starbucks never seems to run out of coffee beans. I've never heard of that.
Right.
And that's because they probably pay decent, right?
No, they probably get delivered, like everybody else. I'm sure they're having a third party deliver their coffee, like Cisco Foods or somebody like that. I've never seen anybody deliver there, but that's how it likely comes into their little shops.
It's interesting. I haven't ever seen anyone deliver there either, but I mean, somebody does make sure that they don't lowball so bad that they run out of coffee, right?
Well, right, but there's always somebody that will bring it.
And that is another sign that there is not a driver shortage, because there's so many drivers that somebody will take the cheap freight, right?
Oh, yeah, once freight goes down, if the freight is being pushed down in price, like I'm sure you see, there's plenty of drivers to take it.
So why do we keep hearing driver shortage?
I don't have any idea. I mean, by booking cars that if the price goes down, there's all kinds of people. It would go way up if there weren't any trucks to take it. They would have no choice.
Is it just let's see here. Let me change the view here. Oh, here we go. I go stop share. Is it just, so is this Wall Street talking? I mean, who is pushing this notion there's a driver shortage?
A lot of the large companies push that, and so they want to get 18-year-olds driving now, as interstate, and they could lower their pay. Certainly, they wouldn't have to pay them as much. You got 18-year-olds out there.
So okay, and that's where, I mean, it's interesting. We were just talking about fake news, and I know Sergeant Schill, and by the way, Sergeant Schill, I appreciate your participation in the live chat today. I really do. And I also want to say hello to Ryan. Ryan says, I don't see a shortage. Is driver shortage fake news?
Yes, absolutely. When you can hire all these thousands of people for your 1,000 trucks, you don't seem to have a problem getting drivers.
Maybe we'll get lucky, and maybe some executive who knows there's driver shortage in a way we don't know it, maybe they'll respond to us, or maybe that'd be good for our next show. Maybe we can find somebody to explain to us why they know that driver shortage is real.
Oh yeah, get an executive on the next show to talk to us from some company. That'd be great.
That would be great. So maybe we need to keep asking that question, and maybe we can make that happen.
Yeah, make that happen for the next show.
That would be cool. I don't know if I can make it happen, but I'll try.
You can make it happen. We know you can do it.
Will you try to help me?
I'll do what I can. Some of them won't talk to me.
Hey, I'm asking the audience, will you and the audience help us get somebody on the show to explain what driver shortage is?
Yeah, who knows an executive? Get them on here.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk to anybody. Let's get a Starbucks barista on here to talk about driver shortage. Let's start there.
That'd be pretty useful.
And maybe we can get free coffee.
Well, that'd be the only good part of it, I think.
Sergeant Schill says it's more of a marketing thing. They receive incentives for hiring. Basically what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's a major driver shortage here. So we need to raise that price, keep that money, and still pay the drivers low.
Right, and they don't even, once they bring you in there, even if they send you home, they still get paid from the government, so they don't really care anyway.
Okay, we got Jesse Love says the driver shortage is real in the aspect that the drivers on the road don't want only minimum wage. Agreed. Exactly. That's
sure.
Like, there's a, I have a millionaire shortage. Right?
That's very good.
I have a butler shortage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I have a maid shortage.
Wow.
I have a personal massage therapist shortage.
You got problems over there.
I know, it sucks, man. So I guess I'm going to have to, therefore, raise inflation and interest rates because I have a golden umbrella shortage.
Yes.
Dang it.
Even though they're going to lower this, they may lower this to 18. They're not going to get any 18-year-olds to drive anyway. So, I mean, I don't even know if that's much. How many 18-year-olds are going to go drive a truck?
Well, and there's your joke. We keep talking about safety on the roads, ELDs, hours of service, and yet there's such a driver shortage. We need to get more young kids on the road.
Yeah, none of them are going to do it though anyway. So
No.
I don't think it's a great argument. How many would even go do it?
Let me tell you something.
You.
You know what bugs me? I go for a walk, and on Pandora, I hear the commercial, and the commercial is that a girl and her father are going to do some banking, and the girl's talking about all the accounts she's got, and she loves to go to the bank. I'm like, this is stupid. This is fake news advertising.
It's totally fake. Who goes to the bank?
Exactly. What young girl wants to go to a bank to do her banking?
Who goes in I haven't been in a bank. I don't know when I went last one in a bank.
How much can we get lied to today? I mean, it's unbelievable.
Do they have banks anymore?
I don't think so.
They probably run ads in the newspaper for it.
And even if they had banks, she doesn't have any money.
That's true too, right?
Come
You don't put
on.
$12 in the bank.
I don't get it, man. I don't understand what's going on around here. It's hard to believe anything.
It's crazy.
It really is. And I want to say this because I feel like I'm inching closer to politicizing the content. But it does. No matter what side of whatever that you're on, don't you feel like you're being lied to?
Well, of course.
Man, I mean, let's see. What do we got here? Here in Vegas, QCD delivers for Starbucks, part of Golden State Foods. Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, so they're having a
Fields.
third-party company bring their food in. They don't have their own truck.
Like you just said.
Their sandwiches and scones and everything.
Right. So, which means, right, that definitely keeps the cost down, which means we can raise that caramel venti price.
Caramel venti, right.
You got a 90% margins there.
Those guys, out here, they do pretty good. Cisco out here is advertising $75,000 for drivers, so.
Right. And they've got clearly, I mean, well, they're not keeping the money. Who gets the money? Who gets the
Well, I'm
golden?
saying Cisco's running an ad $75,000 a year for the driver.
Is that fair?
That's not bad. I mean, it's, $1,500 a week.
Now, would that be a daily route? Are you home every night, or what's the deal on that?
It depends. It says some of them are every other day. It just depends on how the route goes. I assume it's some type of seniority system. So probably the longer you're there, the easier your job gets, like at most places.
Cisco Foods, is that a big?
Yes.
Yeah. They do like even produce, reefers, right?
Yeah, a lot of stores get Cisco delivered to them.
Yeah,
Restaurants.
I mean, I feel like I've seen those trucks, and I don't always pay attention to dry vans. I see every car hauler.
Well, these are mostly refrigerated usually, and you've seen them behind a restaurant delivering.
Yeah.
With the little cart and everything.
Yeah, I think I have seen that. Sergeant Schill says, I'm already working on my second million. I gave up on the first one. Oh, it sounds like Sergeant Schill's got a money counting. He has a money counting shortage.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
I used to use USAA, and they do everything online. What do you think of USAA?
I don't know anything about it, other than I see commercials for them on TV. I mean,
Me too. It seems like a good organization because if you have a military background, your military family, and you work hard to serve the country, it's cool to see organizations supporting that, right?
Oh, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
if you get something there that you don't get, somewhere else, absolutely. I mean, I
Yeah.
get free checking too at a regular bank, so.
Well, and that's where, like a credit union, I know people that have credit unions, they like credit unions because it's more privatized and it's also more focused on a community. Rather than a faceless bank that wants, $10 every time you need $1.
I don't know about all that. I mean,
Well,
the
what's
bank
he
faceless.
talking-
I never go in the bank, so they
Banks
can
are-
be faceless, right? You don't
yeah.
go in there.
I actually, okay, well, here's the deal. I do go into banks now because when I deposit my checks, well, if whenever I get a check,
Checks with an
rarely.
F. I love
Oh,
it.
let me tell you, I know
Multiple checks
I
going.
wish I hadn't said it because like I'm going in with my stack of checks. No,
I assume you go in and somebody has to follow you for safety, right?
I'm going in with my postage stamp sized check. All
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and I need my money now before I got to pay these guys standing behind me with clubs. They
Big
follow.
stack.
They're standing at the door, like that's what it's like. All right, so what do we got here? Cisco smaller trailers, but real tight delivery areas. Oh, okay. Like, in fact, I saw an Amazon guy was driving a Sprinter van that had no logos on it at all. And I asked him if, what he, I just was curious because I saw the truck and he looked at me weird, like, And I said, no, listen, man, I'm just asking, like, do you deliver for Amazon? I mean, come on, everything's Amazon. He said, yeah. I said, are you an independent contractor? And he kind of, that's when he sprayed me down with like foam because he didn't want to answer the question. And that's fine, but it seems like, yeah, you're seeing more and more independent contractors rather than that, the brown FedEx, UPS. You see the brown UPS trucks. More and more, I'm seeing private individuals driving like Sprinter vans. And I say that because, like he's talking about Cisco smaller trailers, it seems like more and more we're seeing it's whatever it takes to get that delivery done. Well,
Cisco has to use the trailers to get behind the restaurants and stuff where they're delivering.
And
Amazon, it was just in the news. Did you see that? They bought 20,000 or so Sprinters, and you can lease them as an independent contractor and go to work for Amazon in your own little Sprinter, and they go make, all kinds of money, and you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. How about that?
On that. So let's talk. This is what I wanted to know, so I'm glad you said that. In that situation, so Amazon owns the Sprinter van, right?
Well, you lease it from them, so it becomes your Sprinter van, your own little business.
Okay. And so are you an independent contractor?
Oh, yes. That's what they love to show you.
Exactly.
And however many they can pack in a Sprinter, I assume 14,000 packages go in there, and so you just deliver them every day.
And you don't get any benefits because you're an independent contractor, right?
Correct. But you get the benefit of knowing that you are renting a Sprinter van from them.
It's interesting, and I suppose this will be a bit controversial, but I think that I was reading this because of the do you know about the Chan Zuckerberg Institute, CZI?
No, I haven't opened my mail yet today, though, so
okay.
I may have a thing from them. I'm not sure.
I don't think you will.
Okay.
And if you do, you may not want it. Nah, that's a joke. Actually, I like the Chan Zuckerberg Institute idea. What this is Facebook has so much freaking money that they've created a company to help give away the money.
Nice.
I know, right? Amazon. My guess is Amazon's got so much freaking money, they're going to have to set up one of these companies. Like the Amazon, Amazon We Have Too Much Money Institute.
Wow.
But what's weird is, if you've got this institute, how about just compensating your employees a little bit better also?
You could do that.
Why is the need, when you get like super uber rich, it's funny. I didn't mean to put that word in there, but I did.
Yes.
When you get super uber rich, why does it help why does it help you to give away your money rather than just recompensate a lot of your employees and give away some?
Well, that would be a better idea, it seems like.
I bet it doesn't. But it doesn't seem to happen. Like, here's the thing too, and I'm speculating on a lot of this. So this is wild opinion, speculation, can't hold them to the fire talk, but it is also based on reality. The Gates Foundation gave away like 99% of his value. Did you hear about that story?
No.
And I'm going to say, let's just say it's 90%. But if you've got that much freaking money, why didn't you give some to the employees?
That's a very good point.
And so
double everybody's paying.
And we hear these stories about, Amazon employees living in tents in the parking lot and stuff. And
where's that going on?
Well, you haven't read any of those stories? Let's check it out.
I mean, there's a warehouse 30 minutes from me. They're paying $15 an hour to start.
Yeah, well, did you hear that? I heard that they don't want you to be full-time. They don't want full-time employees because they don't want anybody creeping into overtime.
I don't know. They're running ads here like crazy for people.
Yeah, well, it's because they're about to buy Uranus. Hey! Okay, so Amazon employee, let's say, I don't know, worries.
There's that Google guy again.
Oh, here we go. Amazon warehouse workers tell their horror stories. Okay.
Wow. It's just like drivers.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, now, why are there Amazon worker horror stories when I Googled Bezos net worth? Yeah, Bezos net worth. Have you seen this?
I assume it's a large number. Oh, nice.
What?
That's pretty good.
Can he buy a few more trash cans for the workers? I mean, what's going on?
We're seeing here Amazon raised their minimum wage to $15 an hour, so that must be why they're paying it here in Indiana.
Yeah, stop seeing this ad. Oh, come on. Ad-covered content. There we go. Yeah, don't show the ad. There we go. But, I mean, I know. Ads pay for things, but I'm just trying... There we go. Peeing in trash cans, constant surveillance, asthma attacks on the job. Okay. So there's... we got
only
that
one
story.
of those would be Amazon's problem, right? I mean, they can watch you at work. A lot of places have cameras. If you have an asthma attack, that's not Amazon's problem.
Well, I know, and I agree with you. I agree with you. Exactly. I stubbed my toe. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But this
The
is
trash
not,
can. Who hasn't gone to the bathroom in a trash can? I mean, come on.
I have never done it at work.
Well, I mean, you don't work where there's a convenient trash can, apparently.
I mean, I did when I was partying with Brett Kavanaugh. Oh, that's a joke.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right, so listen, man. I mean...
Wow, suddenly we don't have any viewers.
Right, exactly. Goodbye. So, I mean, it's just, this is not isolated. I've heard, there are many of these stories. So why? I mean, are you kidding? I would love to hear the guy on the phone call. Like, there's your YouTube video. Hi, it's late at night. I've been working all day. I'm peeing in a trash can. I'm vomiting. I'm starving. And I work at Amazon, and then the guy's like, well, you got to suck it up, right? We got trash cans. There's plenty of trash cans.
Yeah, we put extra trash cans for you people out.
Right. We gave you puke bags and puke buckets. What more do you want? So, I mean, but to me, this is, I don't know. To me, this is what happens. I'm going to say something really crazy. Are you ready? This is what happens when you let the free market and capitalism completely without any regulation. And I'm not saying we need regulation. I don't like ELDs. But I don't understand how any of those stories exist and Bezos is worth $153 billion. I just don't get it.
It's a problem. We can't have the government regulating the pay there, certainly.
And I don't want that either. I don't. But
that's the problem then. People shouldn't work there, I guess.
But can someone tap him on the shoulder and say, dude, have you read what's in the news? Like, do you think can we pay them a little better? And like, I don't know. Or just fire him. Get rid of him. I don't know. But I just can't understand. I just don't understand it.
It'd be interesting to know what it would cost if they raised everybody to, say, $25 an hour. Would the place still make money?
Yeah, no. It'd be, we're going to have to shut the doors. Listen, and you know what? This gets back into the consumer. Why do we see such low prices on Amazon? Here's a question. Did Amazon create customer expectations, or did customer expectations create Amazon prices? Because now...
and we want the low price, but then we gripe when people don't make any money there. So that's a problem.
And that is, to me, we have a customer problem. That's why I gripe in auto transport about this is car hauling. Stop thinking this is the dollar menu. It's not the dollar menu. It's a car.
Right. People want the cheapest one, but then you get what you pay for. And so because we want things that cost less, people don't make any money.
Which is why I get so irritated when there is a crisis and everybody wants to, sing and hold hands and, man, I just love you and I'm there for you. And then as soon as church gets out, people are smashing each other in the parking lot. Got to get to Taco Bell. My goodness.
It's crazy.
Wow. I don't get it, man. Oh, wow. I think I just had I think I just had religious intervention on my set.
We're saying nobody gets in the business to break even. I mean, that's the thing of it. The business needs to make a profit.
Yeah, good. Nobody gets into the business to break even. But when that's, and this is the problem, when we look at a load board and we see prices like out in the market, you're basically expected to work to break even. And even on your hours of service discussion. Yeah, we'll fix the hours. We're not going to fix the pay.
Well, you want the government to fix the pay.
I don't. That's the problem. I just want
people need to stop working where they're not getting paid. Don't encourage the government to give you 3 free hours. That's ridiculous.
So, and man, that's why really, like, this show, what we're talking about, we are going to go around in circles every month. It's not going to stop. The fake news isn't going to stop. The lowballing isn't going to stop. The expectation that people are just going to work to break even isn't going to stop.
Well, you do that on your show. There's only lowballing because people take it, right? You had a $10 car, if I remember.
Yeah.
$10. Well, I remember that. I thought, wow, I don't even know anything about it. At $10, it cost me more than that to fill my car up. And you had somebody wanted a car shipped for $10. I remember that. Who does that? You got to leave it sit there until it gets some money on it.
And what are they getting paid? $25?
Yeah, they're getting 20. Yeah, they're getting 20. Well, we'll keep half of this.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I never thought about it from that side. What do they get on it? Right.
That's what's interesting is what's happened for me in the past 6 months is I used to be focused on the stinking rates, but now I'm really thinking about the guy that posted it. What's he get out of it?
Well, maybe that car's been posted by 30 people. Maybe that's really got the $350 car from the first guy. And all brokers all down the line are taking $20 out of it and just reposting it. It finally got down to where you saw it for $10.
You know what makes me laugh too is that it's interesting when I look at this is kind of got me interested in looking at freight is that in car hauling, I have a lot of gripes about car hauling, but I've never seen a car posted with no rate. I've never seen that. But in freight, you get stuff posted all the time and there's no rate listed.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be funny to see cars, Chicago to Phoenix, Mercury Sable, 0. Like I guess I've seen some full loads listed with a 0. My point is that just when a freight load is posted with no rate, what's the expectation there? For you to call in and give your rate?
Yeah, probably, right? That's what I would think. I don't do freight boards, but the first one always in any negotiation to give a number is the loser. So if they let you give it, it could be less than they would have paid on it.
But wouldn't you give? See, the thing is, well, in car hauling, if you don't give a rate, they go crazy. Oh yeah, no, I'll move it for $5,000. So to cut down on the crazy rates, isn't it better to give a rate? I know. Listen, I know. In fact, there's someone I'm talking to right now. They work with a load board marketplace, and when they don't post a number, they get crazy offers. Because
really high offers.
Yeah, like out of crazy offers. Like I'll move it for $5,000.
Yeah, but they know that they're not going to accept that number, though.
Well, yeah, but now you're just wasting time. May as well go ahead. It'd be like, and I think it's the same way. You walk into a grocery store, if there was no price on a product, I'd put the product in the cart, go up to the counter and say, I think it's free.
But would you expect to get it at that price? No.
Give it a
shot. You give a number that you think they'll sell it for, and it might be less than they want. It might be the wrong amount.
Well, they know they got a range in mind. They have to. I mean, this isn't
They
your
must.
this isn't your first this isn't your first loaf of bread, is it?
Right.
My point is that I just think that, and also, I'll tell you what I don't like. When I see cars listed and there's a decimal, this car is moving for $317.50. Okay, now you're just insulting me. Why the 15? Why the 317.50? You know what they're saying? It's the opposite side. They're saying this is the exact price. We're not negotiating. And that bugs me too.
It could also be that they take a exact percentage of the car. What do you think about that?
Well, they do, but they expect me to go, oh yeah, let me get out my pencil out of my ear and do my calculator. You're right, 317.50, nailed it. No, it's not. It doesn't work that way. This is so what I guess what I'm trying to say is, by doing these things, you're trying to get the guy that doesn't know better. Like you just said, the first guy that calls in loses.
Right.
So the purpose, maybe if there is a purpose, my end cap statement here is, people do need to be informed so they stand a better chance in the marketplace. Because this is a crazy marketplace. Trucking, and those are some of the things I've heard lately in the conversations I've been having, is that everyone agrees trucking is the Wild West. Do you?
Okay.
I mean, can you think of another industry this untamed?
I know there's a lot of, boards and stuff like that. As a company driver, I don't have to deal with that end of it.
But like,
just here's your pay and be done with you,
Well, that's it. Well, be done with you, and the guy with the sword.
Out with you now.
Like the holy, Knights of the Holy Grail or whatever. Monty Python. Oh man! So that is the goal here on Trucking Business Freedom. The goal is to talk about trucking, business, and educating and freedom, right? But trucking, and I almost called it trucking business education because I like to talk about information and perspective, reality of the stuff that we see. We shouldn't believe everything. We don't believe everything we say. Do you know anybody that believes everything they see? I don't know anybody.
No, not really.
No. Not even kids. I was playing Fortnite, and actually I'm on the headset. I'm in a squad. I'm going to tell you the story. Okay? And I'm playing, and I hear a kid talking, and I hear a guy talking. And he wasn't from the US. And he's asking the kid where he's from. And the kid says, "I'm not telling you." And I wanted to congratulate that kid. That's the right answer. Because you can't even play a video game without getting lied to. Right?
It's getting rough when adults can't play video games without being lied to.
I turn my mic off. I don't want to be a part of it. I just want to play the game. And if we get in, and if our squad gets in trouble, I want to know if somebody else wants to, try and stay alive. Right? Because there's just
sure.
That's it. That's why I'm on the mic. But it just, I think it's good to know that there are lots of people that are not sure about what they see, what they hear, and are ready to push back. And that's why I'm happy about the public listening session. Thank goodness they're actually doing that. I just hope that they come back with corrections that make sense and really do help.
I think some of them will be good, and then, of course, some of the things won't be great because that's what drivers want because they're not really thinking it through.
Well, and is it true that is there anybody on the FMCSA that's ever driven a truck?
I don't think so. Nobody in any kind of higher authority, no. I think some of them don't even see trucks because the limousine windows are so dark tinted.
It's hard. Well, when you're brushing your golden umbrella stand, you can't see out the window. It's in the way.
Yeah, it's tough to see out of there. You have someone do that, by the way. You don't brush it yourself.
Oh, right. The butler has his
people doing that.
Right. Your butlers. Too many butlers in the way of the window.
Exactly.
In fact, that's on purpose. That way, none of the shrapnel gets through. I cleaned up that joke as I was saying it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because you did hear there was a teacher said something terrible, and she got like dismissed. You can't say crazy things.
Not at school. I mean, you could say whatever you want. It's your show here.
Right, on Trucking Business Freedom. And
Pretty
that's
much.
why we're First Amendment, baby.
Freedom.
Won't it be disappointing if we lose the First Amendment?
I don't see that happening anytime soon.
I hope not. I don't know.
You got a little constitution thing with that, certainly.
Well, it just takes, start
Trucking
chipping.
Business Freedom Constitution, it can be.
We just start chipping away at it. So
each week we feature the next amendment, and we'll talk about that.
Right.
This week, the Sixth Amendment.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome, man. We should do that. We should feature.
That'd be really popular, I'm sure.
Yeah. I featured, and the flag, we were talking about your flag. That's where the freedom word came from. So I love it. I love the flag in the background.
Nice.
It's awesome. All right, well, listen, man, we're hitting that 1 hour point. I said we'll never go over 1 hour on this show. I mean, it could happen, but our goal, we're gonna always try and keep this show between 30 and 60 minutes.
And this is going to be every day, right? You said this is a daily show.
This is a daily. We're going to go live every hour in every country.
Every day, right? That's good.
So we're going to do this once a month for 30 to 60 minutes, going live on YouTube, at least on YouTube. I'll try and add the restream.io so we can go live on Facebook and YouTube. I am going to try and get into that. So our next show will be in November. And it is right now. It's mid-October, so maybe we'll do mid-November.
Thanksgiving Friday, right? Perfect.
And I actually, right? Yeah.
Black Friday.
Exactly.
Here we are.
So everybody can be stuffed. Oh yeah, that's right. We were going to talk about why does Black Friday ring a bell to me?
Because of Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because you shop that day for new video games.
I'm sure. Dude, I don't do that. I don't even do Black Friday. I've never done a Black Friday.
I don't go out that day.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I stay inside, dude. Let's do...
That's the day the Christmas tree is coming through Indianapolis, the nation's tree.
Let's do Friday, November 16th. Can you do that?
Sure.
Okay. So Friday, November 16th, I'll put it on the calendar. So we'll see you guys again live Friday, November 16th. We're going to always try to do 1 o'clock. We're going to always make it a Friday. And this is Trucking Business Freedom. So hopefully, hopefully you guys like this show. Please comment below. Please like. Please share. And then, hey, what's up, Trucker Daddy? Welcome back to the show. And this is not Tuesday Nights Live. This is Trucking Business Freedom with Mark from Trucking Answers. I'm Jay at Auto Transport Intel. We'll hope you guys join us again next month. We'll see you every month, and we will be at the MATS 2019 Trucking Show in Louisville at the end of March.
That will be the best there.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah, so we'll do a Trucking Business Freedom live from MATS.
Oh, that's great. That's a great idea.
That will be awesome. We're definitely
live
doing that.
Audience participation.
Yes. We'll try to do Friday at 1 o'clock, but it could be a little different because it's,
Gifts, giveaways, everything.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Hey, and so, yeah, that's right. You had a couple of announcements. What are your announcements?
What am I announcing?
Your 10,000.
I have nearly 10,000 subscribers, right? At 10,000, then I'll be doing a live giveaway show. So that'll be exciting after that. That should be coming up soon.
Oh, you're killing it on the subscribers. You're going to be at 10,000 before we talk again.
Yeah, I don't keep too much track of it, but people tell me that. So, and so I look at it. But I mean, I'm not trying to get subscribers. I'm trying to help every driver in America. So
I know you are.
People are coming. But I do a live show, and so on that live show will be a giveaway show after the 10,000, sometime after 10,000, with some stuff to give away.
And listen, it's an honor to have you be a part of something that I'm trying to put together. So, I mean, I really do. I really appreciate you saying that you joined me for this show.
That you even asked me is just really incredible. That anybody comes to watch me, I'm always very humbled by it. It's really great.
This is awesome. And so Max Saltkov, he says, "You're awesome, guys. Wonderful information," and that's great. Thank you, Max. We're happy that you like the show. And we're happy to have the participation and the followings that we have. And I'm thankful for the community that is building around what we're doing. It's awesome. So thank you guys for participating and tuning in today. Really appreciate that.
It's only going to get better from here.
I know, man. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. This is, and I'm just say this as we sign off. It's always been, for me, this is 25 years in the making. I have been trying forever to put something successful together with media, and I love that it's the trucking business because it's such a crazy niche. It's such a gigantic industry, and it's so important for, our population and commerce, etc. I'm so thrilled about it. I can't wait to see what happens next.
I know. I did that too 25 years ago. I started my YouTube channel, but there wasn't any YouTube, so nobody was watching. And so I had to wait. And so that was really frustrating for me. Putting out videos, and there was nobody. People are like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm like, I'm on YouTube. And they're like, what the heck?
So here's what's funny. Here's the joke. 25 years ago, I was doing public access television.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, that's right. Now,
I was in grade school.
Public access television, you were in grade school. Public access television is literally, to me, what ended up being swallowed up by YouTube.
Did you do Wayne's World?
I'm doing it now.
Which one am I? That's the question.
Dude, you're Garth.
Awesome. I'm getting a guitar.
Excellent. Dude,
it is.
This is Wayne's World. Wayne's World of trucking. All right, listen, guys, we're going to tune off. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next month, Friday, 1 o'clock, November 16th. And I'll see you guys Tuesday night. Mark is always live at 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes.
1 o'clock Eastern every Monday with Trucking Answers. So check us out, and then we'll be together in a month. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Mark, thanks for so much for coming on the show. And I'm going to end this meeting now.
All right. Let's do it.
Thanks, dude. Take care. I'll see you soon.
See you in a month.
All right. Peace.